Hello everyone. Today we are going to see exercises for flat feet. Now, before beginning with the exercises, we'll see what is flat feet, what is a normal arch or normal foot arch, what are the purposes of this foot arches, and what are the consequences of flat feet, and also how we can manage flat feet. Now, I'm referring this as flat feet because it is usually seen bilaterally affecting both the sides, and this is seen in growing kids in whom the arches are not developing well. Now, as you can see over here in this picture, the entire sole of the foot is not making contact with the ground. This is a normal foot posture, or you can see the arch. I have marked it with a line over here. Normal foot arches help in managing the weight of our entire body whenever we are doing activities like walking and running. Now, and on the contrary, in flat feet, what occurs is, as you can see over here, the entire sole of foot is making contact with the ground, and this is seen when there is muscular imbalance. Growing kids are having muscular imbalances, because of which they might end up with flat feet. Now, when this foot arches develop, whenever a child is born, or all of us, we were born without this foot arches. Now, these arches develop gradually when a child starts learning to stand, walk, run, jump, different activities in which their entire body weight is coming on their feet. At that time, the small muscles get worked up in their foot or in their feet, and this leads to development of normal foot arches. And these foot arches are very essential to serve two main purposes. One is stability during weight bearing, and second is mobility during weight bearing. Now, whenever we are having weight bearing position, entire body weight is on our feet. So our feet are forming base of support for our entire body, and if there is any malalignment in our ankle joint, then it will lead to malalignment at knee joint, a hip joint, and the entire posture gets disrupted. So entire biomechanical chain is getting disrupted when the condition called flat feet is occurring. Usually this condition goes without any complaints, and it is manageable without any you can say any medical intervention. But if a child is complaining about pain at heel, or the pain at knee joint or hip joint, then you need to look out at their feet. Now, if the child is having flat feet, then further you also need to rule out whether it's a rigid flat feet or a flexible flat feet. Now, what is rigid flat feet? In rigid flat feet, whenever a child is in non-weight bearing position, that is when a child is in sitting or lying down position, at that time the arches are not present, and even while standing, walking, running, that is weight bearing activities, at that time also the foot arches are not present. While in flexible flat feet, when a child is in non-weight bearing position, at that time you can observe the foot arches are present. But as soon as child is taking some weight on their ankle joint, whenever they are standing, walking and running around, at that time this arch is getting disappeared. Now, malalignment at ankle joint, what will happen in flat feet? As soon as the kids are getting their body weight on their ankle joint, what will happen? The weight is not equally distributed throughout their foot because of this condition. And when this weight is not equally distributed, what will happen? Immediately there will be rotation of their shin bone, that is tibia, towards medial direction. That is, there will be inward rotation of tibia, and this will lead to inward rotation of hip joint as well, and this will lead to undue stress on the knee joint and hip joint, and ultimately coming out as a complaint of having knee pain or early arthritic changes can be seen in these kids. So I would always recommend an early intervention. If you are finding your kids are not having a well developed arch, then you need to start with some exercises, which I'll be of course showing in this video. And also you can check out on different you can say options available with the shoes. What happens over here, improper shoe wear or footwear also leads to this condition. So you need to check out if a proper arch support is given to them, then this will help them to continue their activities in weight bearing position, and they will provide support to their foot. Of course, this arch support or this shoes, they are available in the market. Like you'll be able to see many customized insoles are available, which can be inserted in their shoes, or the ready-made shoe are also available, which will help them. But these are not going to help them in developing their arches. They will only work as an external support to them. And yes, if this condition is not cured and a child is developing arthritic changes or coming up with complaints, as I mentioned earlier, they are coming up with the complaints of heel pain, knee pain, or back pain, then you need to go for some orthopedic intervention as well. So moving on further, we'll see the exercises for flat feet now. So let's begin. Do give your suggestions and comments below, and yes, I do welcome your suggestions. Do guide us to serve you better, and I'm really sorry I was not able to deliver on this platform for such a long time, but at the same time I am thankful to all my viewers and Almighty God, so that I'm coming back on this platform and I'm able to connect with you all. I'm looking forward to your suggestions, and do show your love to us. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel and support us. Lots of love to all kids.